Good morning, it's bright and early. It's about 6:20 and we decided to do the Icefields Parkway drive. We're gonna try and stop at 15 of the viewpoints or stops that they suggested. First, let's go get some coffee. Driving on the Icefields Parkway for probably about 20 minutes and we just got to our first stop and it's called CROWFOOT Glacier and it's absolutely insane. Okay, this is absolutely insane. I wish cameras could catch the beauty of it.
Yeah, this is wild.
This is insane.
I'm pretty much just staring down like massive mountains and there's a big glacier up there.
This right here is the CROWFOOT Glacier. If this is anything like the rest of the drive is gonna be, I'm so excited. So you actually can't buy a new park pass to get into the Jasper National Park because of the active forest fires, but because we've already had one, we were just able to drive through. Like everything else is blocked off unless you already have one. So a heads up, if you wanted to come during the active forest fires, you have to have a previous park pass bought. Okay, so we just drove probably, how long? Like, I would say max 2 minutes down the road.
I would say 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds down the road, and we are now at Bow Lake Viewpoint.
It's even better than the last one.
I feel like they're just gonna continue to get better. Only need 10 minutes to be at each one unless you are taking a bunch of videos or pictures. We just finished at the Bow Lake Viewpoint, so we're gonna head to the next one and I'm really hoping that we can see some wildlife this time. We just started our hike. Well, it's only like a 30-minute round trip to the upper viewpoint at Peyto Lake. Kirsten's got her bear spray. It's pretty busy here and it's only like, what time is it? Like 8:30?
Like 9.
I don't even know what time it is, honestly.
8:55.
It's 9 o'clock. It's too early for this. I wouldn't even say that hike took 15 minutes. I would say it's probably like 10 minutes, but the views and it's the whole platform up there is so well cut, but we're just trying to take another path. No clue where it goes. Hopefully there's no bears on it. So we just finished Peyto Lake and our next stop is Waterfowl Lakes. It's 19 kilometers away, so
You in 19 kilometers. Welcome to my crib.
We're at the next stop called Mista Canyon, and if you don't like heights, I would suggest not looking too far over the edge.
We made it to
Big Bend viewpoint, which is just like halfway up this massive mountain. It's a big like winding road, and you kind of look back over everything down there, but it's a little smoky right now, so you can't see the best.
This whole side you can see, and it's absolutely insane, but this is all mountain, and it's kind of hard to see just because of the smoke. But I think this is the 7th stop of the 15 on the Icefields Parkway, and I have not been disappointed once yet. Every single one. Actually, the last one that I showed you guys, the canyon, I think that was probably the coolest one, and it was super clear there, so that was probably my top one so far. But we've also been driving for about, I would say roughly 4 hours we've been driving, and I don't even think we've seen a chipmunk. We have not seen any wildlife yet, but I'm just hoping.
So that was the Athabascan glaciers. It was a little windy up there, so we couldn't really talk much, unfortunately. But if you are planning on coming here, I suggest you book, there's like a tour bus that goes up on top, and actually you can go out onto the glacier. Unfortunately, we don't plan that far ahead, so we didn't get to do that. But if you don't do that, you can just hike. There's like a 30-minute hike up to the bottom of the glacier, which is still pretty cool.
It literally looks like you're on Mars.
A little cooler in here too, because the wind kind of funnels down through the valley, and the ice from the glaciers cools it, so it's a little chilly down in here. Over the last, what, 160 years, the glacier has shrunk by like 2.5 kilometers. So kind of every year they have little markers of like where the glacier was in that year as you're walking up the hill. So you can kind of see how far it's shrunk as you go up, which is pretty crazy. It's pretty small now compared to what it was back then.
So I think this is our 8th stop.
8th or 9th? 8th
or 9th. Still haven't seen any wildlife. I would say this one and the canyon were probably the 2 coolest stops that we've done.
Yeah. Peyto had the best like picture views, but the other stuff was pretty cool.
Yeah. So let's go to the next one. Icefields Parkway drive. How was it, guys? Long.
But worth it.
Very long, but so worth it.
Some of the places a little underwhelming, but still suggest to go.
It's 2:11 right now, so we have another probably 4 hours until we get back. We're just gonna go right back to Canmore from here. That was the coolest drive I've ever done. I would 100% recommend doing that drive, and you can probably find the all 15 stops on Google, but there is signs everywhere throughout the drive. We're just about to head back now, and everyone. It's around 10 o'clock in the morning, and we just started our hike to
the tea house and see how we make out. See if we want to continue on from there.
Yeah, let's go see how this hike is. We're about halfway up. I put on my hood just because my ears get super sensitive when there's cold air. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
It's definitely uphill. We just made it to Mirror Lake. Whoa, I just almost fell off. That was such a cool hike. It was actually pretty easy, I would say. Right?
It's not too steep.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad at all. We only have half a mile left until we get to the tea house. So we actually made it up here pretty quick. So if we have time, I think we're gonna try and do the Big Beehive hike. We just stopped here for like 10 minutes and we're going to head up to the tea house.
Get some tea, crumpets.
Crumpets and tea. Okay, we'll see you there.
This waterfall right here is coming down from Lake AGNES, coming down the mountain, and it feeds Mirror Lake down at the first checkpoint that we were at.
Made it to the tea house. So busy, so we kind of just skipped getting something at the tea house, and we actually made it up here really fast, so we're gonna attempt to head up to the Big Beehive hike right now. So side of Lake AGNES right now, and you can see behind us over here all those people. We gotta walk all the way up there for the Big Beehive hike.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. We're pretty dang high.
These views up here are insane.
So cool. Like, it's weird how there's so much grass on the top of a mountain.
Definitely a lot harder than the hike up to Lake AGNES.
It's seriously like zigzag all the way down. We made it to the Big Beehive and look at the views.
Definitely worth the hike. So
worth it. Honestly, the hike is hard, but it's so cool. It's like a really skinny path and it just like zigzag up the top of a mountain. So cool.
This hike's probably like, I think it was like 4.9 kilometers. And it took us probably what, about an hour and a half, hour and 45 maybe?
Yeah. But we stopped at every viewpoint and took pictures and videos, obviously. There are so many chipmunks up here and they're all fat.
They're not afraid of humans at all.
Not at all. One guy got bit because he didn't have food for it. But wow, 100%. If you are capable and able to do this hike, I would totally suggest doing it.
It was incredible up there. Pretty high up in the sky. About 7,000 feet, 7,400 feet or something.
That was so worth the hike. It was probably the best view I've seen yet. We just finished the Big Beehive hike and Lake Louise. We actually decided not to do the Banff gondola just because we're booking last minute, so it ended up being like almost $80 a person to do it, and it's still smoky and cloudy out, so I don't know how the views would be, so we kind of decided to just skip it. So that ends our time in Canmore, and we are heading to Calgary now. So thank you for watching, and see you
us in our next